One suspected case in Mecklenburg County are back, and that test was negative. But fears continue tonight as we await the results of 2 other suspected cases here. Those 2 are among 14 suspected cases now across the state. We have team coverage for you tonight. Mario Roldan has a look at precautions that first responders are taking. But let's begin with News Channel 36 reporter ANJANETTE Flowers. She's live now at the health department with new information on the outbreak.
Well, Sonia, we may not know the results of those other 2 cases until tomorrow, but health officials here at the Mecklenburg County Health Department fear if those come back positive, well, there's a good chance we may see more cases here.
This outbreak is new. We have not experienced this before.
It's an ever-changing story as we move forward, too, as Mecklenburg County health officials try to determine if 2 suspected cases are indeed swine flu. Here's what we know about the cases. One person was visiting Mecklenburg County from Texas and had been sick to the point of going to an emergency room here.
Was last week around ill people in Texas, came to Charlotte, was ill all weekend and wanted to return to Texas today.
Another person who lives here had recently visited Mexico and went to a doctor because of flu-like symptoms.
Who is experiencing respiratory symptoms with a recent history of travel to Mexico.
Both have been tested for the swine flu, and so far their results aren't back.
They are being held in isolation so as to limit the opportunity for spread of potential influenza to other people.
Now, to test if someone has a swine flu here, doctors will take a nasal swab, send that into a lab in Raleigh, and then it will be determined if that person does indeed have the swine flu. Again, these results not expected until tomorrow. Reporting live from our mobile newsroom in Charlotte, I'm ANJANETTE Flowers, News Channel 36.
Health officials in South Carolina have identified what they're calling 2 probable cases of swine flu. Both patients are children. One is a student at this private school near Columbia. That school has been closed for the past 2 days. We're told the child was part of a group that just returned from a class trip to Mexico. The other child is a friend of that student. State health officials say further testing is needed to confirm the students have the virus.
Now, Mecklenburg County's EMS would be the first to respond to the airport if a passenger is quarantined with a suspected case of swine flu. So how do they protect themselves? News Channel 36 reporter Mario Roldan is live now with our mobile newsroom at Medic headquarters with their story.
Well, first responders like to say they are ready for just about anything. But when it comes to the swine flu, you can't get help if paramedics can't keep themselves safe.
These respirators are fit tested to the individual medic.
These are their special respirator masks.
They have filters that will filter out all of the contaminants.
Because when it comes to the swine flu or any other contagious disease, paramedics are often in the front lines.
If our responders are getting sick, who's going to respond to the public if they start getting sick?
So medic is taking all the precautions.
You know, we run lots of people that are having fevers or difficulty breathing or the nausea, vomiting.
That's not new, but what first responders are now asking is different.
And asking them questions like, in the last 7 days since you became symptomatic, have you traveled to Mexico or to one of the places where there's been a confirmed outbreak?
If they're going to help you, medic can't panic, and they say neither should you.
In the coming days, we're probably going to see increased cases and more states are affected. But the important thing to remember is there's been no deaths in the United States. What we have seen are relatively mild cases, and they are all responding to medication and treatment.
And I'm told that medic is running a number of calls that is really no different than any other day. Now, if you have any questions or concerns when it comes to the swine flu, the number to dial is 311. Reporting live with our mobile newsroom at medic headquarters in North Charlotte, I'm Mario Roldan, News Channel 36.
All right, well, health